Welcome to the Sunday Night Army podcast, to the YouTube channel, where you obviously haven't expected this episode unless you follow my Twitter. And this is Entertainment News episode part 11. Why am I doing this on YouTube? Because I want to grow this channel. Now, usually these Entertainment News episodes have been on the regular podcast, streamed everywhere on every podcast streaming platform worldwide. But this time around, I figured I'd put these Entertainment News episodes onto the YouTube channel just so I can grow the audience and grow this channel. I want to have a better YouTube reach, and the podcast is doing fantastic. So I don't need to do it there. I'm going to focus more music and other interviews and other cool things there in this fantastic series, which has been doing really good on the show. I want to bring it here and maybe add some controversy today. We'll see. But first, again, welcome. This is not a YouTube extra. This is Entertainment News episode part 11. And let's get into some of it, because I did something yesterday where about 21 hours ago now, I posted four separate tweets on my Shoot Entertainment account, which is my PR account, and I did something fun there. I did 4 tweets, mixed up words per tweet there, 4 tweets in a row, and each tweet sounded like this. And I wanted to test something because there's something wrong with the Twitter algorithm. And you guys tell me what you think about it, because I always complain about this and I wanted to try it myself, see what happens. And I did it, and here's some results. So I posted 4 tweets. One was I need new music, drop links. That's one tweet. Second tweet, drop YouTube links, need new music. Third one is I need new music, drop links, and drop your Spotify links. And then there was one more, drop your YouTube links. And those 4 tweets went out. One of them had hashtags, only one. And some interesting results, because 3 out of the 4 tweets only got 1 comment, 2 retweets, and about 23 to 50 views. That's the new data that you get for how many people actually saw it in the 1 hours. About one out of those 4 got 186 comments, 10 retweets, and 129 likes. As of right now, they're continuously coming in. It's nonstop. So that's a lot. That's a lot, because this account on my Twitter account for my PR is only at 228 followers. So clearly, it's no way these are all my followers, because I don't know any of these people, but they are. This one tweet out of 4 hit the algorithm and was able to pop out a whole bunch of information. Now, comparing that to the exposure I mentioned between 23 and 40 for the other tweets and alone, this one tweet, 7,500 people saw it. So comparing it, kind of saying the same thing. And this is one tweet that didn't have any hashtags, compared to the one tweet that had hashtags, was 50 something viewers saw that. This one had over 7,000. It's just a basic tweet, and all it said is I need new music, drop links. That's the main one, and then it's right in the middle of the pack, in the middle of the post. You can still see it on my Shoot Entertainment Twitter. And yeah, it got over 7,500 impressions. That's crazy. Now, the algorithm. Why did I do that? Well, I see this thing a lot, and now I understand why some people do it a lot, literally every day. Because out of all those impressions, some people will follow you, and just because you say you want to listen to the music. And my issue with this is most people don't listen to the music; they just want the algorithm hit. They want the followers, they want the engagement. Because you do it enough, some people stay, some people follow, and you grow your own Twitter account for whatever reason. And the only reason I want to grow my Twitter account, because not like this, is for this show, is just because I want to follow artists. I want artists to follow me back, exchange your music, like, share, follow, subscribe, all the other cool stuff. So growing each other's social media. Now, why do people do this? Again, for themselves. Like, this was a fun experiment I just did last night, and it gives me an extra thing for this episode, which I wanted to engage in, because how right is that for people that have no interest at all in promoting? You'll see A&R, I'm A&R for someone there. There you go. I am not A&R for someone, for a company, but I don't push that. And you'll see people on Twitter, especially there's certain people had A&R in their names, and they always tell you, I'm A&R, I'm a producer, I bring whatever artists. Don't believe that shit. Don't believe it. Because if they would, they wouldn't be looking for artists on Twitter. There's ways to find artists on Twitter. I have found artists on Twitter without going, hey, I'm A&R, I'll do this and that. No. No. You don't need to do that. But these people do it all the time. And they get a bunch of thousands of followers all the time. Every time they post, certain people post once a week. And it's always the same shit. I'm a producer, I'm an A&R, well, I'm going to get you this and that. And that's annoying because you know it's not true. They wouldn't be doing that on Twitter. Do you really think major labels will go on Twitter like, you know what, you're my A&R agent, go on Twitter and just like search? No. I do this for my show because I want to find those people. I want to find that independent artist that is uber talented, bring them on our show. I love music. I love listening to it. I do it because that's the whole point of this show. I don't promise anybody that you'll get exposure. Eventually you might. Eventually, if you're interested, there's A&R ways we can go about doing things through the show. Cool. You can. I don't push that. I don't push it as an option. It's just something that's there if anyone is interested. But I'm about the music, about the artist, about knowing, understanding, listening, and supporting, not bullshit on social media. And you'll see a lot of people on social media doing this for no damn reason except to benefit themselves. Avoid them. Anyone asks for what I just did, drop your music links, listening to all YouTube or Spotify. No, that's a scam. No real company will do that. That's just boosting their own shit. Avoid it. Don't do what I did. Again, that's a cool little experiment I want to do. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of what we're talking about today. Super Bowl this weekend. Who you guys got? Anybody watch football? I don't know. It's a music show, but I want to talk a little bit of sports. I'm taking Philly in this one, and they better win because they barely beat my Lions in the season, and the Lions will be back next year. So Philly's going to be a target, and I want Philly to win. I just want to say we got beat by the Super Bowl champs. That's it. That's the only reason. Don't care for either team. Just want Philly to win just for that reason, so I can have something to talk about. Either way, I'm going to do a draft episode. You guys loving the Friends shirt? Yeah? Cool. Yeah, loving that Friends shirt. Draft episode for the NFL. I will do that separately on this YouTube channel because it's just more fun. It has nothing to do with my show on social media. Losing my mind. On any of the streaming channels, has nothing to do with the Sunday Night Army. It'll be separate. It'll be something like this. It will be just a draft. I might do a live draft thing. Who knows? Whatever. We'll figure it out when it gets closer to that in April, I think. And by the way, drafts in Detroit next year, not this year. Halftime show, Rihanna. Anybody else excited about that? Me? Not really. I don't care. Rihanna's Rihanna. Not a whatever. Doesn't really do that. Made big name for a show. And what has the halftime show become anyway? We get headliners, do we get groups of people? Like we went through the whole thing last couple of years. It is what it is. Like I like last year's halftime show, great. I don't know. I have no idea how this one's gonna go. If it's just her without anybody else coming out, is it gonna be good enough? He's got a huge catalog of music. Cool. That's great. Again, nothing special. It's just an artist there. You know what I mean? So covered that. Now, movie remakes. Why do I want to talk about movie remakes? Because I don't know why. And I hope it's not real. I hope it's satire. But someone is redoing White Man Can't Jump. Yes, the classic Wesley Snipes movie about basketball. Gritty. It was such a good movie. Woody Harrelson. I don't know why they're remaking this and they put Jack Harlow in there. You're looking for a totally different. I don't understand. Like it's the audience that follows Jack Harlow as an artist isn't not gonna go for a movie Why Men Can't Jump. The idea behind the original was groundbreaking. It was a gritty movie. It wasn't like glossy and shit. It was a gritty movie. I don't know why you can remake this thing, but they're gonna. So my topic is right now a little bit is some of the remakes that they have coming up in plan that they want to throw down at you. Now, there's one remake that I did not know about because what they have remade, and I didn't see this until now because I don't have Disney Plus, is they remade Home Alone. Sweet Home Alone was a remake of Home Alone. I didn't know that. I just saw the trailer and it looks awful. And I'm glad I missed it in 2021. And I'm glad nobody told me about it because it's a giant piece of shit. So I'm glad I missed that. So we'll have to leave that window, not ever think about it again. But I have a list from the National News that has 12 remakes. The 12 films are being remade by Hollywood right now. So let's go by 12 and up. Number 12, Weird Science. Cool movie. I don't know. Well, there's where you can go now. You have more obviously CGI and all that other cool stuff you can use and make it a little more fun, I guess. Make it like a fun movie. You can remake Weird Science, but if you really want to, this was gonna hurt a lot of people. Number 11, The Bodyguard. Want to remake The Bodyguard? I don't know if you can. The stars were too big. In this movie, the music was incredible, and I'm sure they could tie it in at some point. There's no way. This is a class. It's like remaking an album by Whitney Houston. You just can't. You just can't do that. Romancing the Stone, one of my favorite movies way back when. So much fun. Michael Douglas. Yeah, Kathleen Turner. Is this who's going to be like a goofy movie people are going to forget about and still continue watching the original? So it just doesn't seem like it would hold. My Fair Lady. I haven't seen the original. I'm not that old, but I know it's a classic, and I don't know why anybody would want to remake that. Now here's The Little Shop of Horrors, which not horrors, and this is going to have a remake. Why? I don't know. I've seen it once. It's a classic. It's a cult classic, but I don't know if it deserves a remake. Now, Highlander number 7 is what they have here. That's a lot of movies. That's just starting a new type of universe. So maybe you can get away with Highlander, but because it's been so long, but you're pretty much starting a new type of universe. Now, here's a movie number 6, Escape from New York, which is a great movie. And yes, I'm one of those rare people that like Escape from LA, but it's gonna be hard to remake the characters. It's gonna be hard to remake the feel of the movie. It's gonna be really hard. It's really, really good. Now you have also War Games. For those that remember War Games in the 80s, it was one of the first computer type of movies where computers take over, and try to break out World War III. Great concept for way back then. Now, obviously, but we have had so many different movies that you can go search that have done something similar. I don't think we need a remake of this. And number 4, American Werewolf in London. Classic, not necessary. Sometimes you just don't need to do stuff like this. And number 3, Drop Dead Fred. Can you remake something like this that not everybody like? Can you remake something goofy? I guess you can. Make it timely. Sure. Number 2, All Quiet on the Western Front. Another war movie. Sure. I guess war movies are not as popular lately as they used to be in the early 2000s, but maybe you can get away with it. So, maybe you can. But the one I have a problem with is number 1, because it's one of my all-time favorite movies called The Lost Boys. So the actors in it, the cast, the setting, it's the music. It just can't repeat that nostalgia. You just can't. You have to go in a different direction. You'd have to make it an unofficial sequel to make it make sense, because redoing it, you won't make the movie justice. You won't. But I don't know. But at least we know they're gonna remake West Side Story and do whatever, and which I'm not happy about, and Scarface also. That's the two that are extra to this list that are not on the list. Scarface is getting a remake for this generation, which Scarface was already a remake. If you don't know, Google that. And I have not seen the original, but the remake is Scarface with Al Pacino, and it's a very, very fun movie. A lot of people hate it. That's okay. That's okay. I liked it. It's a very interesting concept of a movie, and it is what it is. We'll see who they pick and which direction they go and which stereotype they use that time. But there you go. There's some remakes that we might find interesting. We'll see. Next on the list, you guys know I'm a music fan of all types of music, independent music, mainstream music, not so much. And as you will find out very shortly, because I have a little take on the Grammys that we just had. Misspelled Grammys on my show notes, but whatever. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. BTS, as my co-host from the Prudent Podcast, which is my second show, doesn't understand the liking of the BTS, the Korean K-pop band. Me myself, I'm a connoisseur of some music, especially independent, and some mainstream. I understand BTS more. Why? Let's explain. This weekend, since I am a fantastic person, sometimes, very rarely, I took the kids to a BTS virtual concert, which was the concert from October, broadcasted in cinemas all over here in Canada. So I took them to that, and I sat through an hour and 40 minutes of a BTS concert. Love the show, the actual visual stuff. Most of the songs were in Korean, whatever, cool. Beats tremendous. Instrumentals, a lot of them were pretty good. I gotta say, it was a very entertaining show. My type of music, absolutely not. Fun, yes, lots of fun. I understand the whole concept for it. If and pause it there for a second, and it was tremendous because it was in a movie theater, so it wasn't live, and I could appreciate maybe not as much as I was there, but kind of what they brought to the their shows. And I've seen a bunch of concerts, tons, and I've seen even more shows pre-recorded, concerts on DVD, concerts on TV, and when you can go COVID, so you watch concerts on TV, you should watch them live through streaming. It was pretty good. Like, I give them props for a good show. Like I said, even though I didn't understand most of it, till some of the hits that I know came out, and I get it. I understand what they do, how they do it, and why they do it. So I understand the popularity. Music was pretty cool. Like, I gotta give them that. Catchy, even they rap a lot, which is sure works. They were in South Korea. They were in Busan for this concert, so that was really good. They had their own audience, so the audience was insane on the video, and surprisingly, well, not movie theater people were also singing and doing whatever, so that was fun for the kid. Enjoyed that. So all in all, pretty cool experience. Didn't think that movie theater experience would be that decent, but good work on them for the way they presented it in BTS. Give them all to you. Cool stuff. Appreciate what they do, I guess. So put a lot of work into it, and it showed. So yeah, that was a cool little adventure, and it was music related. I figured I'd mention it on the show. It's more mainstream than they usually want to do, but let's finish it off with a little bit extra mainstream, because these Grammy things. Put a question out there on Twitter. Yeah, are the Grammys still relevant? That's my question. I don't think they are, for many reasons. I think they're stupid now. Remember our Grammys were the showcase of the best of that year, when it was a variety of music, where it was, you could celebrate singers, songwriters, innovators. It wasn't what it is now. And what is, Jacob? What is it now? Well, not to sound like a fucking asshole, but it's talentless. It's talentless. It's talentless. It's agenda driven. It's irrelevant to the actual music industry. What might be relevant to your top 40 station and whatever the hell music you find on TV and whatever music channels you push on YouTube and bullshit videos, but it's not relevant to the actual music industry. If you think about it, the influence or these artists is more on their focus is not on actual music influence. It's their focus of their music is to influence their social circle, not the actual music industry. You can see it by how and what they put into their music. Let's get into that. Lizzo. Everybody knows I am not a fan of Lizzo as a person. Terrible person. Just because how she handles herself. Look, you have all the fame, you have all the talent. I'll give you 100% props on that. You have a super talented person. Your attitude is garbage. You treat your gift as garbage. Agenda, always there. You use your gifts, your skills, your popularity, everything you've achieved, which is the whole point of the music industry. You're from Detroit. I'm not far from it. I know how it is where you're from. You've achieved something not a lot of people can achieve, and you take it for granted. You push your own private, specific agenda on everybody else. You're not a victim. Stop playing a fucking victim. Just don't. You're fat. You're fat. I'm fat. Who cares? Move on. Make some music. Make people happy. Make yourself happy. Don't cause shit. It makes everything else worse. Your agenda takes away from your talent. Just fucking stop. I told you this many times. It's a waste of time. It's a waste. You look like an idiot. You just do. And people who understand how this all works look at you like an idiot. Maybe those blinded sheep that are like, oh, their next song is so good. Yay, Lizzo power. No. No. You're not empowering anybody. You're not. You're wasting your time. Taylor Swift. Holy shit. Can an artist fall off anymore? I remember when Taylor Swift came out way back when, made some creative shit, made some breakup songs and, talk shit in them. And now it's just like, everything just like, that repeat. Change the sound. Repeat. It's dumb. Very uncreative stuff. And yeah, you got out of whatever issues with your record label and whatever. I get it. But you have a song. I'm just gonna grab my phone here because I don't remember this garbage song name. And you have a song, and some of you should listen to this one. Oh, as grab my notes here. So I wasn't really planning on talking about this one. But Taylor Swift, Anti-Hero. You guys listen to Anti-Hero? Kind of sounds a little bit like Kate Bush running up that hill. Funny how that came out a year after that song became huge. Listen to both songs. I'm not saying anything, not implying anything. Just listen to both. And then see how someone's piggybacking off of that sound a little bit. And that's what I'm saying. Taylor Swift, refocus. Because stale message programmed in there for AI. Boom, here's a song. Woo. No, not creative. Sam Smith. I'm gonna finish off with this nonsense. I don't watch the Grammys. Let's start with that officially. I do not watch the show. Trash. I watch highlights, clips, and makes me sad and very happy. Happy that I don't have to watch this whole fucking thing. Sad that this is the shit that people think that is relevant. It's one garbage song. Okay, you're a hypocrite, Mr. Sam Smith. There, not creative. The devil thing has been done. Your song is not very good, and that's you choose for your performance, and then you go overboard with the whole scheme, whatever you did there. cages, everybody's in red. I know if people are freaking out over the whole devil thing. Yeah, if the song was good, if it was catchy, if it was drawing crowds, maybe. But it's like Montero, Lil Nas X, like no talent. Like you went from a creative singer, hidden ranges, keeping yourself to yourself and making your music and being very edgy, really cool, to this bullshit. Really? Again, what I mentioned earlier, it's all agenda driven. It's whatever you want to portray yourself out there to your little social circle. It's not making music, you're just making an image. And this is why the music industry, mainstream music industry, is so awful, not creative, nothing to put yourself behind. The independent scene is where it's at and always will be from now on, as long as you have garbage like this on TV parading themselves as talent. As much as independent industry doesn't have the money, but it has the talent, and the creativity, and the future is there. None of this bullshit. Turn off your MTV, get up a Spotify playlist, mine or whatever, and enjoy some real music. Not this bullshit. If that's controversial for you, comment, like, subscribe. And don't subscribe. I don't give a shit. Do whatever you want to do. That's the entertainment episode, and I hope it entertained you guys for a little bit. And I'll see you on the next one.